Pennsylvania CareerLink welcomes you to Highlights Along the Journey, a series of recorded events meant to spark interest along your journey to a new career opportunity. We are employees of the Pennsylvania Department of Labor, Bureau of Workforce Partnership and Operation. Our scope features current, market-driven needs of both employers and job seekers. Our mission is to discover and promote all that is new in employment trends, education, and training in southwestern Pennsylvania and beyond. We're starting the conversation, and we sincerely welcome you to explore these highlights along the journey.
Second. Hello, everyone. My name is Kristen Scherling. I am the Talent Acquisition Coordinator here at FEDEx Ground in Zelienople. It's just a fancy long title for a recruiter, pretty much. It's my job to do the hiring and recruiting for the package handler position. So that is mainly what I'm going to be touching upon today. However, we do have a few other open positions at my facility as well that I will briefly touch base on as well that are outside of the package handler realm. Before I get started though, as I mentioned, I am located in Zelienople. However, which is just north of Cranberry, if anyone's familiar with that area, so it's a little bit north. However, we do have other facilities that are local to the area. So we have a Neville Island location, which is out by the McKees Rocks, Coriopolis area. And then we also have a location out in Clinton, PA. That's more like closer out to the airport. So we have not only my facility, which is going to be the facility that I'm talking upon, but the other facilities that I just mentioned are going to have similar opportunities as well. So let me share my screen as far as the package handler position goes. Are we able to see it? Can we see my screen?
I can see it.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so
I can see it also.
Perfect. So this is for the package handler positions. My facility in Zelienople is hiring for full-time and part-time package handlers. At my facility, you can earn up to $15.50 an hour to start. And there's no education experience requirements. You just have to be 18 years or older. You have to be able to pass a background check. And then obviously you must be able to load, unload, sort packages, as well as perform other related duties. Now, as far as the package handler position, it is the two main things that I like to emphasize about it. These are going to be the people that are working in the warehouse. So the package handler title is really just a general title for anybody that's working in the warehouse. There's going to be a lot of different roles and responsibilities of the package handler. Loading the trailers, unloading trailers, loading the vans, scanning, sorting packages, and all of that fun stuff. But the two main things that I like to emphasize about the position, one, it's going to be a physically demanding position. You're going to be on your feet a lot of the times, bending, lifting, squatting, carrying packages for a majority of the time that you're here. Also, it is going to be in a fast-paced environment as well, since at the end of the day, it is our job to get the packages to the customers on time. So we do have to hold everybody to a standard rate as far as handling those packages. Now, just to kind of break down the shifts that my facility is hiring for. So these are the shifts that we have. Individually, our shifts are going to be part-time shifts, and this is going to be the same for any of our locations. So if you are just interested in a part-time position, you just pick up one of our shifts. So the 4 shifts that we have available, we have a early afternoon shift that's going to be about noon to 4 p.m. Our evening shift that's going to be about 5 p.m. until about 9 p.m. Our overnight shift runs about 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. And then our early morning shift runs about 4 a.m. until about 8 a.m. Now, the reason why I'm saying about is these are just general time frames, as we are a volume-based company. So the start times and the durations of the shifts do vary based off of package volume and business needs for that day. So we say any shift can last really anywhere between 3 to 5 hours. Right now, we definitely are on the busier side. So they are lasting more towards that 5-hour time frame at least. So even just a part-time shift, the hours are definitely getting up there. Now, if you are somebody that's looking for more of a full-time schedule, how full-time works is just working pretty much 2 back-to-back shifts. So our outbound 1 going into the outbound 2, or our outbound 2 going into the OTP shift, that overnight shift, or that overnight shift going into that early morning, the preload shift. As you can see, they do operate different days. However, the one thing I do want to mention as well, we do offer weekend schedules. So if you're just looking for something, just on the weekends, and we also do offer flexible scheduling as well. So if you're not looking for a full 5-day work week, we can work with you on something more like 3 days a week or 4 days a week, or really whatever fits best in your schedule. And then the last thing that I like to mention as far as the shifts, as you can see in the starting rate, there is a pay differential between the shifts. So we have outbound 1 and outbound 2. They have a starting rate of $15 an hour. And then our OTP and our preload shifts, they have a starting rate of $15.50 an hour. So there's that 50-cent pay differential between those shifts, just given the odd hours of our overnight and early morning shifts. However, right now, we do have an additional $2 an hour pay surge rate, pay enhancement, that goes through the end of the year. So that would bring that up to $17 an hour and $17.50. And then starting in November 1st through the rest of the year, so November 1st through Christmas, so the 25th of December, there will be an additional $1 on top of that $2. So a total of $3 surge rate to bring that up to $18 and $18.50. So definitely a lot of opportunity for money out there, especially right now in the busier seasons, and a lot of opportunity for hours. If you're somebody that's looking for hours, as I mentioned, we're definitely more on the busier side. So these shifts and these hours, if you're ever able to pick up shifts, pick up hours, the help is definitely there. The help is necessary and needed. So that is all I have for the shifts. Now, as I mentioned before, I wanted to kind of touch base on some of the non-package handler positions. So we have a lot of opportunity. We are a huge promote from within companies. So I would say even in our facility alone, at least 95% of our managers have started off in a package handler position. At least 80% of our administrative coordinator staff, quality assurance team have started off in a package handler position. So this is definitely a great foot in the door with a great company. However, if you do not want to start off in that entry-level foot in the door warehouse position, there are other opportunities within the company. Not only my facility alone, but like I said, we have other local facilities. And we are actually headquartered in Moon Township. So FEDEx Ground Corporate Building is over in Robinson, where you're going to find more of those corporate type of roles. So here's the website where you would apply for any non-package handler positions. That's thegroundcareers.fedex.com. However, if there is nothing open, you can view that website for any non-package handler positions. If there's nothing open at the moment, or nothing that is, sparking your interest at the moment, I highly recommend joining the Talent Network, as you can also see on the screen here, and you'll be able to see that just from the careers website as well to join the Talent Network. From there, you can create a profile, and you can also set up job alerts, which kind of does the job hunt for you, where you can narrow it down to categories, departments, location, whatever you wanted to search for, and it will alert you when those jobs come open. As any really non-package handler positions, just kind of really all about the timing. So it kind of saves you from continuously having to check the website. It kind of does that job search for you. I'm not going to show that. So that is all I really have. So this is the website for package handler positions, the opportunity that I spoke more so on, the groundwarehousejobs.fedex.com. That is where you're going to apply for any package handler positions. That website will have any of our package handler positions that are open anywhere in the U.S. So if you go to that website, you can search locations, you can search our facilities. If they're hiring, then they will show up. And then our application process is all online. So you'll just go to that website, apply online. As soon as we get your application, then we'll be in touch with you. It's actually a very easy onboarding process. The interviews are actually done through text now. So everything is pretty much automated. And as I mentioned, you just have to be 18 years or older and pass a background check. Now, one question that I get a lot as far as the background checks, what passes and what fails. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a black and white answer for that. It is completely a gray area. There's a lot of things that go into consideration when considering the background check. So I don't, unfortunately, have a definite answer as far as, what exactly passes and what doesn't fail. I always recommend everybody, give it a shot. It's definitely worth a shot. It's at no cost to you. to put yourself out there. If there is ever anything that's going to appear on your background check, I highly recommend disclosing that on the background check forms that you'll receive. The two main things that I can touch base on that I do know that are an area of focus for the background checks is going to be nothing like theft. So, we are dealing with customer packages, so theft is definitely a big one. And then violent type crimes. So that is just, I wanted to put that out there because that's a question that I get asked a lot. Also, these are permanent positions. Any of the positions that I'm mentioning are permanent positions. So these aren't just seasonal positions. These are coming on as permanent positions. And then the other two positions that I wanted to mention that we are hiring for at the moment, that my facility is specifically hiring for at the moment, we have an operation manager position that would be posted on that groundcareers.fedex website that I posted. So for this facility in Zelienople, we have an operation manager position that is posted, and that is going to be for that early morning shift, that 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. shift. That is going to be about 30 hours a week type of manager position. Now, what an operation manager does is they are the management of the package. So you're managing the operations. And then also here at this facility, we do have an opening for an area manager at the time as well. And an area manager is very similar to an operation manager. However, it's one layer above an operation manager. And that area manager is going to be for that overnight shift. So that's going to be that 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. shift mainly. However, that's still going to be a full time. So if you're interested in more of the management type of positions, definitely look on our groundcareers.fedex.com. I would say the one is expiring tomorrow, and there is another one that's expiring by the end of the week, the 20th. So if that is something that you guys are interested in, definitely hop on it. Don't wait. There might be more positions opening up in the near future, so keep an eye out on it. Like I said, you can join the talent network. But yeah, if you are interested in any of the manager or the package handler positions, go to either one of those websites and apply, and we'll be reaching out to you. That is all I have. I can open it up to questions or whatever you want to do.
Thank you so much. First off, I wanted to ask about full-time positions. Are there any full-time positions? Does everyone start part-time?
Everybody starts part-time. We offer our full-time opportunities to our current internal part-time package handlers. A handful of reasons why we ask that everybody just gets a feel for the position in just one of the shifts.
Okay.
Get trained in one of those shifts before they pick up. Just because it is a physical job also, and just there's different rules to different shifts. So it's going to be a little too overwhelming if somebody's coming in learning both shifts just with the physicalness and the mental, ness of learning this position. So, but within a week, we just ask that you work about a week or so in one of the shifts, and then you're able to pick up a full-time shift.
Okay, so you just can apply once you're in internal, you can apply for the positions. And the part-time, are there any benefits or anything like that to start with?
Yes. Oh, I completely missed that slide. Yeah, there are benefits for both part-time and full-time package handlers. Paid time off for all package handlers. We also have benefits like healthcare, vision, dental, that type of stuff is both eligible for part-time and full-time package handlers.
Okay. Now you had spoken about your locations. So you have Clinton, Zelienople, and Neville Island, right?
Correct. Yes.
Those are where those are the warehouses, right?
These are the warehouses. Yeah.
Okay, and the corporate is in Robinson.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I were to go on and apply for a job, would I just designate what area I wanted, or?
Yeah, you can search zip code, you can search city, or you can search within a certain mile radius, and any of those jobs, any of those openings will pop up.
Okay.
It will differ depending on the two links. We have, like I said, we have two different application sites. We have our package handler application site and we have our non-package.
Right.
So,
and those are all on the website.
correct. Yes.
And can you just share that website again?
Yes. So I can
Type it in the chat, if you will.
Okay, I can definitely. I'll do that.
Okay.
So, let's see. Where's the chat? Okay. So the first one I'm typing in, which is the groundcareers.fedex.com. This is going to be for your non-package handler positions. And then we have our ground warehouse jobs.fedex.com. And that is going to be for your package handler.
Okay, thank you. Also, you had spoken about the interview process and how you reach out to applicants. You said by text, right? Is that?
Yeah, it's very new. It's just within the last few weeks that we changed this because we are onboarding so many people right now. But it's a very interesting system that we're using. Very new to us still, but yeah, it's just you can do a text or email interview, and it'll ask you yes or no questions, obviously, because we can't have open-ended questions. It's just a short little 3 yes or no questions, or maybe 4 yes or no questions.
Okay.
And then you carry on through the background check process.
Okay, and so everybody goes through a background once they pass the text or email. Does everyone go through a background, or do you wait till there's a job offer to do the background?
No, and everybody will complete it right after the interview. They'll get the invitation to complete the background check. That comes back within about, it's been coming back within about 1 to 3 days, and then we'll reach out to them as soon as we get that back.
Okay. What about driving positions?
We do not hire for drivers. Fun fact, drivers are actually not technically FedEx Ground employees. They are contractors. They're independent contractors. So I don't exactly have the information on drivers. Now I have some contacts I can forward along. So if anyone is ever interested in, we obviously need people on both ends of it. So we're here to help each other out. So if anybody is interested in drivers, I have some contacts. However, I don't know exactly how they recruit or hire for them. They're in charge of doing their own hiring for those. But I would say most drivers or contractors that I've talked to do a lot of their recruiting on Indeed. So that is definitely one of the sites to look into when looking for a driver.
Okay, and did they specify that it's FedEx or FedEx Ground?
That's different. It's different. It's going to be different for any of the contractors. Some post it as a FedEx Ground driver. Some may have, the driver and whatever the contractor name is, and then in the description it might say for FedEx.
Okay, so
might require a little bit more reading.
Yeah. So I'm just going to ask a general question because I think maybe it's so these are not driving jobs. So for example, if I had a DUI, would that impede me from going further?
I don't like telling anybody yes or no. As far as like DUI, and I've known people who've had that offense that have passed. So that's typically something that doesn't hold anybody back from getting started.
Okay.
Like I said, it's the main 2 things are theft and violent type crimes. And obviously how far back, what all was entailed, what all the charge was. There's a lot of things that go into it as well. So, but anybody who I've talked to that's had that on the record has passed in the past. So.
Okay, yeah, that's a good answer. But I know it's a lot of job seekers. They do have something maybe 10 years ago, but they're
absolutely
very concerned. So thank you for that. What else? So right now for the holiday season, they with all the bonuses, they can make about, what is it, like
1850, and then you do get a little surge on the weekends if you work weekends. So I believe max you could probably get up to, just for starting, up to 1950.
Okay. And they all are permanent.
All are permanent. Mm-hmm.
All are permanent, and they're in one of those 3 locations. So, and they just need to go on the website. All right. Anyone else have any questions? Do you have any more chats on here?
Depending on the location, the hours, the shifts that they're hiring for might vary, and the starting rates might vary a little bit, but they're all going to be very, very similar.
Okay.
So I have a question
on their website. Yeah.
When does your busy season start? Your busy season?
It started in March when this whole coronavirus happened.
Okay.
To be honest, I mean, it officially starts on Cyber Monday, but even now with all of this going on, I don't even think there is going to be such a one-day cyber deals. I think it's going to be months long. So the future is very unpredictable. All I can say is we're busy now. We've been busy since March, and I anticipate we're going to continue to get busier. I just don't know when that peak is actually going to happen, where it typically happens on Cyber Monday. Very predictable. Now we don't know, but pretty much November and December are our hands down busiest.
And do they teach people, what's their training when it comes to COVID and wearing the mask? And
yeah, we wear masks in orientation training. There are little machines or something that's taking everybody's temperature as they're walking in. Yeah, we try to maintain the social distancing, extra sanitation, all of that. As far as package handler training, we do have package handler trainers here that people are stuck with or put with to get them on the dock on their own.
okay. So if I contact someone and they apply, is there any way that I can contact you to let you know that they applied for the job, just to look out for their information?
I'm able to see any of the applications or applicants. So if you have somebody that you know, especially, I mean, I would recommend doing that, because sometimes, with technology, things are unpredictable. So maybe somebody thought that they completed the application in its full entirety, and maybe they were missing something, so we didn't exactly get the application. It didn't come to us, So I like when people follow up if they know somebody applied. That way I can actually, concretely say that we got their application. Where I don't want anyone, waiting to hear from us when we never got it in the first place. So yeah, absolutely.
And Kristen, how long is the training per se for the package handlers?
It really depends. It's typically their first week, but it's really whenever. I mean, everybody varies with it being such a physical job. Everybody's different as far as how quickly they catch on. Some people only need the first one day be with somebody. Some people need the full week. Some people need more than just that. So it does vary.
Okay. What about the non-corporate jobs? Is there anything that is, in demand right now that you're looking to fill?
I'm not in charge of any of those positions, so I don't know what's super in demand. I can say the 2 manager positions that we have available here are definitely, a high priority to fill. We need to get all of our management in place so we can be prepared as possible for the busy season. As far as anything outside of this facility, I don't know exactly.
All right. Does anyone else have any questions for Kristen? I know you have to jump off and jump on to another call. So, Maureen?
Yeah, and if you get anything that you missed or whatever that you think of, or somebody else reaches out to you after seeing the recording, you have my contact information, so definitely don't hesitate to reach out to me or send them my way.
All right.
I do have one question, and that's dealing with the 2 non-packaging positions, the managers.
Okay.
What type of experience are you looking for?
I really believe the only prereq is going to be, preferably having management experience. It is definitely preferable, but there really is no prereq to that. I do believe they do consider some people who don't even have that. So, yeah, I don't necessarily exactly know, because like I said, I don't hire for the management positions. I just know about them because they're in my facility. But yeah, I believe it's just they're looking for somebody with the management experience. If they have any transportation or anything like that, or any warehouse experience, it's definitely a plus or a bonus. But yeah, I think they look kind of more beyond that into the, you know, the person and the potential.
Okay, when you say transportation, like what exactly does that entail?
Like anybody in the warehousing or industry or
Like
transportation.
forklift?
Well, yeah, that too. Or yeah, anybody who maybe has worked for, you know, UPS in the past, or Amazon, or anybody who has that kind of DHL, that type of
Okay.
experience as well. That's transferable into our industry.
All right. Well, thank you again, Kristen. If you wanted to contact me, that would be great. And I could also post some of those positions on our PA CareerLink website. You know, we had talked about that earlier, to get those updated and maybe do some staff assisted so we could get some job seekers your way.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Well, everybody, thank you again for stopping in, and the information was great. Hopefully we'll get you some new recruits.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to have to hop off and get on to my next call, but thank you for having me. And like I said, don't hesitate to reach out if you get anybody or need questions or help with anything.
All right. Hopefully we can maybe
Kristen.
do a live
See ya.
recruitment as well.
Thanks for
Absolutely.
coming.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.